Weather like this is perfect for enjoying the outdoors. Want to go for a spin? Here, hop on. Try and stop me!
Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep. I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it. It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy. Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now. And Paimon bets they're all delicious. Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night. Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. All right, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu! We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong... Oh, anyway, let's go to the... Oh, before...
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean
He visited once, but he was afraid.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No,
Huh? But didn't...
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of... You and Kale are both Cyano's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but Also, as a result,
That sounds really exciting.
there is nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to...
Ah, right! We're here.
You've recovered well. You may go.
Yay! Will do!
The rainforest is the best place to live. For the next interview, I think I'll start with these questions. The rainforest is the best place to live.
Rev the engines!
I summon thee!
No rest for the wicked.
Try and stop me! Full throttle!
By royal...
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well,
Is a simple reply really that much to...
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things...
I was
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon.
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best. The other...
Huh? Are we the only...
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all. You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, and that's why I love Traveler and Paimon. Could you help confirm if for some reason they didn't...
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears that I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Huj23481 anywhere. Let's ask... Hey there, have you seen Huj23481 around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Huj23481 has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him, but you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. And now you two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe...
Try and stop me!
Huj23481 should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might...
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any...
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Ugh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural which is truly unfortunate. Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by...
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to...
Ha! And you think...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense...
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out...
If she addressed the letter to all Haytham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your...
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least it's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time. Now, among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on...
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refuse.
Huh?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like...
Oh, all right.
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the... And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that other person just now?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon...
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
All right. I'll see you there.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
been a while.
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize...
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Al-Haytham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Al-Haytham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Al-Haytham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight, so he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy, but a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed.
Huh? But wait a second! You make it sound like you're leaving now!
Well, no, not...
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he... Don't mention it. You'd better get going.
All right, on to our...
Rev the engines!
It's been a while since we last visited Aru village. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm, and Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for—
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at— But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell—
Raman!
Oh, you...
Oh, well...
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see...
Full throttle!
Try and stop me!
Everybody's already here! Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler just look. Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck. Moreover, judging from the result.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a... So, would you say we're good actors too? It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still... Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people. If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision. While we're on this topic...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no...
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait. So, that's the only reason why you joined us?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy.
Even so, keep your...
Thank you.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy, Neil.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good. No, the Grand Bazaar, that happiness? Oh well.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people. You see, every guest here is Make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me this way. I can't explain why.
The atmosphere here is good. I don't often come to such places. I have a lot to handle these days. There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up, of course. Just wait. It's me. You may blame me for the connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want. Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky. Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hello, Nilu. You know who I am? Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, The suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony! Alright, since you're awake now, she should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light rev the engines!
and Paimon? What a fantastic night! I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it... I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut... But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia. The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it. You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom. He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality. Are you sure? Isn't there... Huh? About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister. Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all. What? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world. But nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat? According to the records I was able to access, after the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion... What do you mean, Fuzzy? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they and whoever it is, if they can do that... But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not... What's a descender? Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information. A very important part of the intel, traveler. You are Tevat's 4th descender. Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the traveler? And is this... That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify... Paimon's head's about to burst from all... And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. There are many questions in my heart as well. And soon, I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey. If fate is the ultimate I'm sure glad we got to meet you. The pleasure is all mine. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Full throttle!
rest for the wicked.
Rise with the sun!
No credit and no bargaining. Sumeru's a pretty interesting place.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt.
Try and stop me! Rev the engines!
Oz for Veilweiss!
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's...
Who's asking?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole.
Well, we aren't always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by... Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I... Of course, here it is.
Come on! Paimon wants to have a look! He's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, from what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps... Shivy at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
Try and stop me!
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've...
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half that...
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her? The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually a Sumeru's spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that that's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talk.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity.
Well, let's not get ahead of our...
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the...
And?
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging... Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I overheard my adoptive father. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's... And so I stowed myself away. It wasn't long before the merchant... It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young. My life had less and less to do with Conria as I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other, as well as ensuring that I'd be safe. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, these days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already...
Huh?
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now.
Oh my. That's quite a...
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the...
Well, perhaps what you told me just happened. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Very clever.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss...
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather... So what if I know my ancestry? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me. see you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen. Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember?
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that.
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together. Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the...
Correct.
Well, what do we...
No. Now is not the time. No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
Rev the engines! Surprise!
Wait.
What about it? It looks...
Yes. The forest is bare. Let's search the area and...
Is this a field? But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. It's an extinguished bonfire. Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit.
Nothing else stands out in this area.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area.
If you...
No rest for the wicked.
Full throttle!
Huh. So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh. This place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's lived here in years.
Investigate carefully. We mustn't miss a single detail.
Here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off. Huh? This is a mirror. It's broken too. Was this a makeup box? That's kinda disappointing. Hey, look! It's a bowl!
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent.
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? This bed looks pretty ordinary. What sort of person would want to live here? Doesn't look like there's anything else worth it.
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious... But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly.
Noises? Is it...
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose! Surprisingly good case for a 500-year-old. Although, for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
Over here! Leave it all to me! By royal decree!
As a dutiful maid would.
As you wish, maid Fräulein. No rest for...
Step on up! Try and stop me!
rest for the wicked.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that a ley line anomaly, perhaps. Okay.
What? You're going alone? You better not be—
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Good thing there's a bonfire over there. cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon. Changing the subject. Dane's taking forever. He said... We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we? So, don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing Paimon. next question. The stars? Wow. Paimon understands, but we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, Heavenly Principles, and you too, Teyvat. You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, cause if you're... Alright. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up. Oh, come on! Don't say that! Paimon just... nighty-night. Go on, shoo! Off to sleep!
Hey, time to wake up. The sun has risen. What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. All right. Rest here a bit.
Halt! What? This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose. Your travel companion. Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. What business is that of yours, All you need to know is that I claimed... Do I make myself quite clear? Leave. Well, what are you waiting for? I've been observing you, and you don't... Still, I'm warning you. No. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Just move aside. You... But no overreacting to anything you see in here, okay? You understand me? Come on, then. Mind your own business. How could he be? He was too young for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find yourself a corner to rest if you're... Huh? You know Conria? Who are you? Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had an eventful life. I apologize for my earlier hostility, but you must, and all who place faith in the gods, that may be this, the curse. We lost our home, our loved ones, everything. The agony of the cataclysm itself was already too much to bear, but then came the curse, robbing us any chance of release. All we can do is watch helplessly as our souls erode and our bodies because although Conria began with any who forsook their gods and came to Conria were welcomed as our fellow citizens when the cataclysm came. But those whose he is Caribert, my illegitimate son. How times have I was a noble of Conria. Then, one day, I met a beautiful woman amongst the people. Her roots were in Mondstadt, but that mattered not to me. Caribert faced great hardship from the... After all that, he turned into a hilichurl right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now she was... We were separated. I do not... It could end now. Now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity. If nothing else, at least I still have Caribert. Yes, over here. I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Caribert here to Sumer. Well, it's because he needs one which will help him to recover his... I do not hope to break the curse, but it is said that I believe that it might just work. I read about it in a book. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. The gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now? Never mind. As it happens, my hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be decaying from within. All thanks to this curse of immortality. Okay. To start with, take this ingredient. Do you have any, of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? I believe they're called Kalpalata lotuses and Sumeru roses. Could you really? This is the method for...
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Rev the engines! Try and stop me! Full throttle!
Psychoelectric does work.
No.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Pyroclastic surge!
We'll meet again.
Rev the engines! Burn it down! Incinerate! Full throttle! Happy to oblige! Rise with the sun!
As a good knight should.
Be amazed! Light of the blazing sun!
I'll ensure your safety.
This will be a...
Try and stop me! Full throttle! Rev the engines!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Who cannot? There you are, eavesdrop.
Steadiest.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Wrath from the sky!
The more, the merrier.
Incinerate! Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley. Rev the engines!
Is it done? Oh, splendid. Let me see. In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses. No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects. Which means we must... Let's go.
Try and stop me!
Look at this statue. How can I bow before this thing? God of wisdom! I will utter no prayer, nor will I sing your praises. You and your kind destroyed my home, wrought unfathomable suffering on my compatriots, yet here I stand before you. You cannot mock me more than fate itself already has. God of wisdom, I seek my son. Carabert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no fate for a child. If everything then I... All I ask you, please, God. I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day.
the engines!
Curry Bear? Well, we've prepared the medicine. Curry Bear, it's me. It's your father. Curry Bear, please. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side. Are you still angry with me, Curry? I know. You're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Curry Bear. Forgive me. Please. Please. Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to you. I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it. But you won't even let me die. I knew it. I should never have tried. The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. What do you mean? Huh. You really think so? Give up? No, never. And even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? I do not lack. Let's go. The most crucial ingredient. I grow them. The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity and just do as I instruct. If you truly wish to help me, that is how you can do it. There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you to collect some water from there around 2 in the afternoon. I'll be here watching Curry Bear. Good. Then...
Try and stop me! Full throttle! Try and stop me!
No rest for the...
You're back. Curry Bear's condition is stable. By which I mean he... Anyway... I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't... good.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Oh, so sorry.
Time to clean up.
Full throttle!
Oz, reveal thyself.
Rev the engines! Light up the blazing sun!
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
What happened? Was it monsters? Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them all. Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dough. Oh, sorry. I have been so very wary for many... I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought.
Try and stop me!
We're here. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Cory Bear? Oh no, he must have left while... Come on!
Full throttle! Try and stop me!
That's not Cory Bear. Right. Cory Bear's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. My eyes must be going. How could... yes. It doesn't seem interested in... Yes.
Dodge this!
Did it go in here? Well... What a ghastly place. Has it always existed? It looks like there... I've never seen anything... Oh...
By royal decree!
Incinerate!
Freeze!
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
This one will be frozen in time. Cool it! Midnight Phantasmagoria.
As a dutiful maid would.
Wrath from the sky! Rev the engine!
thyself! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night!
Try and stop me!
Throttle! Incinerate! By royal decree! Leave it all to me!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
No rest for the wicked.
Oz, reveal thyself! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Freeze!
Light it up! Try and stop me! Full throttle!
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down? Or gravity itself?
Rev the engines!
seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Humans, fate has not granted you the right to enter this place. Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the trial. Desolation!
By royal decree!
Rise with the sun!
Foolish mortals!
Odd, reveal thyself! I must leave no stone unturned.
Freeze! Light of the blazing sun!
Cold suffering! Freeze and devour!
Light it up!
By royal decree! I summon thee! Wings of darkness! Come, sever...
Wrath from the sky!
No rest for the
Leave it all to me.
Desolation!
Cool it! Rise with the sun!
Conquers all!
Who was that? He was up. He had, and yet, you. Let's continue on.
Try and stop me! Rev the engines!
I think...
Oh, dear. You are like a flower. You need no longer go forth, and I shall shed it.
When I saw that thing, I feel... is that... Cory Bear! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay. For this to happen, I have...
Papa?
Cory Bear! Oh, you see? Mama is...
Of course. Yes. Papa?
Don't panic, son. It's just... There's no more Conry here. No more home. But... Do you know what that means? No more... In this world...
Am I...
No. Of course not. Look, Cory Bear, you still have Mama's scarf on... Yes, really. You've only just woken up and then... never understand.
Okay, Papa. I won't. I promise.
Not since that day have... I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired against us would ever offer redemption. But the god we saw in that cave... now, that wondrous power, it was truly enchanting. Surely that must have been the reason I bowed down. Now then, after one, piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes. A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You and I have both witnessed his divine power. When has the Seven worked a miracle like this before? Never! He is a god, mightier than they, and yet you would call him a sinner. Oh, preposterous! No matter. Believe what you... I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Try and stop me!
feel...
What's the hurry? This moment will be frozen.
Light it up! Try and stop me!
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Pyroclastic surge!
No. Impossible! What happened? The Hilichurl worshippers have disappeared too? Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it was neither a... Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, could he Cory Bear? Where has he gone? Oh, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here. This does not bode well. What if he's... Wait a minute. This is... Oh, no. The mirror! It's broken! He must have taken his mask off. If he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on. Cory Bear! Cory Bear! Where are you? Curses! Forest Rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a Hilichurl? A Hilichurl should have come past.
I asked you first. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I said, have you seen a Hilichurl?
Hey, whoa! There are Hilichurl.
Exactly. Matter of
You Forest Rangers.
You.
Curse you all, Forest Rangers.
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few Hilichurls?
He'd only just regained. So tell me, Forest Rangers.
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary Hilichurl when I left the team. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along and
that direction, so I left it alone. Yes!
Wait, you're leaving? Not even...
Cory Bear! Cory Bear, stop! It's me! Whatever you saw, it was all a trick. I told you, we're in a fairy tale. Cory Bear? How could this happen? Come! Cory Bear!
Papa...
Cory Bear...
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Cory Bear. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
I see. I understand now. Finally, it all makes sense. Ah, traveler. Wait, no. Why am I still calling? I suspected it was you from the beginning. Oh, of course you haven't. With your status? In any case, my real name, Clotar Alberich. You saw it too, didn't you? Oh, that is no business of yours. A sinner. Cory Bear did not deserve his fate, but now it's wonderful. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom. Huh? Sinister? Oh, I never imagined that we once believed to us, and the one who controls the abyss can... We yearn, but what did you... Oh...
Why did he just call me?
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
You're awake! Oh, thank goodness you're awake! Paimon was worried sick! Traveler? Traveler?
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them, and they've been information and memories flow. You mean Clotar Alberich? After founding the Abyss Order, but the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And after 100 years, yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life. You could say that. She wouldn't be the Abyss Order's princess otherwise.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face.
So you saw her memories from centuries ago, through your own eyes. It all but defies belief. Still, and it seems closely and yet your sister never breathed a word of this incident to me. Indeed. Clear. What is it?
The field? What does that have to do with anything?
You mean here? Well, let's start digging and see.
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
A male and female. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later, and it's holding a silk scarf in its hand. But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here? What? That's impossible. Unless... This all raised... We should part...
Huh?
It's better that we
Who's he?
Yes, if the time is right.
But what do you mean that he saw...
I fear that while...
What? Why? What?
All right.
There goes... What is it? Huh?
I summon thee! Oh!
Rev the engines! Try and stop me! Rev the engines!
Reveal thyself!
No escape!
Rise with the sun!
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Light of the blazing sun! Try and stop me! Light it up!
Full throttle!
And refrain from making a racket.
Rev the engines!
Yes, not only do your retainers in the Adventurers Guild speak your true name aloud, but they even name the Heiliga Edicta the official dictionary. They regard it as no more than a reference book meant for mere children to understand the basic facts of life, and they do not perceive, much less comprehend, the truths concealed within. Alas, such lamentable
Your Highness the Princessin. Well, we were just passing through, but please.
Mein Fräulein fears that the temptations of Mora would lead you astray. And might I add that, despite how it may sound, she...
That's right. The world's a big place with all kinds of dreams, after all. Huh? What's wrong, Fischl? Are you ill?
Fear not, Paimon. Mein Fräulein is not ill, merely using...
Really? Noble and pure. Completely purged the taint of Mora?
That is precisely mein Fräulein's meaning. Not a single Mora.
Not even one? Hey, why are you all looking at Paimon like that? You don't seriously think she was asking for Mora? It was a joke! It's been a while since we saw each other, so Paimon was just telling... Right! And it's so nice to see you again, Fischl. Oz. And what's that? Wow! That...
Simply put, it is a tome that can translate mein Fräulein's speech into common tongue. As such, the adventurers have taken to calling it the Fischl Dictionary. Yes, but
Wait!
mein Fräulein.
Wow! That's so nice.
What mein Fräulein means to say is, we'll be done soon. Stop rushing me. My apologies. Allow me to rephrase. What mein Fräulein means to say is, come on, we're almost done, so don't rush me.
Rise with the sun!
Gusha Biat? Gusha Biat? Gusha Biat? Gusha Biat? Gusha Biat? Gusha Biat?
Full throttle! Rev the engines!
What should I put in my letter?
Full throttle! Hip. Rev the engines!
What if Master finds out?
So, are you buying or not?
stop me!